Three horrible moments from WWE Bad Blood, 3 through 1. Let's get into it. At number 3, it is Bayley versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax putting the Women's Championship on the line against Bayley. This is a rematch from SummerSlam. This feud has been building and building. Bayley, she won the championship at WrestleMania 40, dropped it to Nia Jax. She beat Naomi to earn this championship match. They did a lot of weird moves in this match. Like at one point, Bayley hit a stunner. Nia Jax hit a Hurricane Rana off the top rope, but she kind of botched it, and people didn't realize what she had done, so the move just fell flat. There was a lot of bad in this match. You had outside interference from Tiffany Stratton. So at one point, the referee, she got squashed by Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton ran out with Money in the Bank. Now, this has been an ongoing theme with Bayley, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton. Would Jax lose the championship to Tiffany Stratton because she cashed in Money in the Bank, right? So she comes out there, she hits Bayley with the briefcase. She goes to the referee. She acts like she's going to cash in Money in the Bank. Nia Jax, she sees what she's doing. She gets up, she confronts Tiffany, and she says, "What are you doing?" And then Tiffany has to play it off as, "Of course I wasn't going to cash in Money in the Bank on you. Everything's fine. I'm out here to help you." And then ultimately Nia Jax going over after Bayley pushed Jax into Tiffany. Jax hit Samoan drop, the splash off the middle rope. It was just wonky. I love the fact that they're continuing getting Tiffany Stratton involved in this, but at the same time, it was just, the match wasn't good. And so you can have a good finish or good storytelling with the angles, but if you just have a bad match, it's hard to overcome that. And I think the fact that they had followed Hell in a Cell also did not help things. So I think they were trying to rush through spots, and they were trying to get something going to get the fans involved in it, and it just never worked out. Number 2, Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. It absolutely sucked. Now keep in mind, this goes months back. So Finn Balor obviously turned on Damian Priest. They had been teasing the split of the Judgment Day that ultimately happened at SummerSlam. Finn Balor costing Damian Priest the world title. Gunther winning the world title from Damian Priest. We also obviously had Liv Morgan. She got Rhea out of the group, and Dirty Dom turned on Rhea, and etc. This match sucked. And the finish of it absolutely sucked. And it makes you wonder, where are they going with this, right? Because you knew you were going to have outside interference from JD, Madonna, and Carlito. That's exactly what happened. But towards the end, Priest, he got advantage. They did a near fall after the outside interference. He continued on. Balor hit him a few different times with foot stomps, mostly to the back. Priest caught Balor off the top rope and hit the South of Heaven for the win. So in the first match of the feud, the babyface went over. He went over cleanly. He overcame all outside interference. There was no post-match angle, right, for the heel to get more heat. And I assume Monday Night Raw comes and Finn Balor comes out there and he cuts a promo and he tries to get his heat back, and they continue this program. Or we just saw the end of this program. I'm not for sure. Either way, it sucked because the match wasn't very good. The finish was atrocious because you cannot have the babyface win over in the first match, do so over all of the obstacles in which a heel can get an advantage over the babyface, and then the heel come back and say, "Well, I need a rematch." And it's like, no, there's nothing for you to come from, right? And if the babyface agrees to it without being, evoked, then the babyface just looks bad. Like, everyone looks bad regardless. It wasn't very good. I did not like it. And I think they have a lot of, they have to go somewhere with this, right? Because you have to have both guys move on. Finn Balor, let him go and do whatever he's going to do. You have Damian Priest, let him go on to the next feud. Let this be done with the whole Judgment Day thing. It's run its course in my eyes. I think it's time just to, all right, you did the match, you did the booking, you had to know going into it, okay, this is going to be a little flat on Finn's part, right? Finn Balor, who never wins big matches, yet we have to believe that he's a big-time star, and it's like, no, that's not the case. And clearly Triple H absolutely loves Damian Priest, and he is his guy. So you have to move on with that. And we'll see where they go from here, but it'll be interesting. Finally, at number 1, it is Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, that finish. It was bad, y'all. It was really, really bad. So what happened? So Liv Morgan put the women's world title on the line against Rhea Ripley. Dominic Mysterio was in a shark cage. However, things didn't go according to plan. At one point, Mysterio fell out of the cage down the stretch and was hanging from his ankles. So Rhea's like, let's get a kendo stick and hit Mysterio with it. Now keep in mind that the fans were flat for this match. This match had no heat. It was very lackluster. It was a co-main event spot. I don't know why. These fans were not into this match, and these girls were working hard, but it was not going well. So then, as Rhea is hitting Mysterio with a kendo stick, Raquel Rodriguez returned from hiatus and attacked Ripley from behind before laying Ripley out with a powerbomb. Raquel put Morgan on top of Ripley after the bell rang, indicating a DQ finish because the referee just saw it, right? Raquel, she had been away from WWE for several months as she continued to battle her mast cell activation syndrome. Her last match was a win over Chelsea Green in a squash match back in February on a Monday Night Raw episode, and then she was pulled from television due to her condition. Now, keep in mind that Fightful reported that it was implied that the original finish to Rhea versus Liv was Liv winning with Raquel's help. However, the referee couldn't justify doing the DQ finish that he just saw, and so he's like, all right, let's just not do that. And everything just kind of fell apart from there. So it's like Raquel, she's back, she's aligned with Liv. It was a DQ or a no contest. Either way, I think it was a situation in which Raquel was supposed to help Liv win. They couldn't do that. Referee had to call for the bell. DQ, ding, ding, ding. It was just bad. I love the pairing. I'm glad that they're continuing this program. It's one of their hottest programs in the company, but either way, it fell really, really flat.